We were deceived. The lunar eclipse was a diversion, and now we're facing the aftermath. On March 14th, humanity gazed skyward. The moon transformed into a crimson orb, creating an otherworldly display that captivated everyone. Social platforms were flooded with posts. Crowds gathered outside in wonderment. But while our attention was focused upward, another cosmic event was quietly unfolding. Mercury entered retrograde, and it went largely unnoticed. This wasn't mere celestial coincidence. This was calculated deception. While the eclipse commanded our gaze, Mercury was already at work in the background, altering the energetic landscape beneath us. Now, 3 days later, its effects are becoming apparent. Understanding what's approaching is vital because it's already influencing you, whether you're conscious of it or not. Mercury is currently executing a specific maneuver that's flying under everyone's radar. Many believe their manifestation efforts are failing, but they're mistaken. There's a specific reason why your deepest fears are materializing first. I'll provide a detailed explanation shortly, so keep watching. But that's merely the beginning. Something more peculiar is occurring, and you've sensed it. The blood moon drew you in, but Mercury was already restructuring your reality. Reflect on the past 3 days. Has anything seemed unusual? Perhaps you've awakened feeling completely unrested, as if your energy was depleted during sleep. Or maybe you're detecting unusual patterns of coincidence more frequently. This isn't happenstance. Mercury was laying its trap while your attention was elsewhere. When Mercury enters retrograde simultaneously with an eclipse, reality becomes malleable. You might have already experienced this without recognizing it. Once you identify the indicators, you'll realize you're already ensnared because the upcoming events will transform your entire perspective. The past has resurfaced, regardless of your readiness. For some, this represents Mercury's shadow aspect, but for others, it's a gift. If you've been aligned with positive actions, this is your reward. Mercury retrograde typically disrupts temporal flow, but under the blood moon's influence, it didn't just create delays or communication issues. It completely inverted karmic law. Nothing you considered resolved truly was. Ancient energy has returned like a tsunami. Incomplete lessons, unsettled debts, even forgotten merits. Some individuals are suddenly experiencing unexpected fortune, opportunities, or relationships mysteriously reappearing. Others are being blindsided by unforeseen consequences. What seemed concluded wasn't. What appeared impossible has manifested. It's as if the universe activated rewind, but only for matters awaiting completion. And here's the most extraordinary aspect. This extends beyond recent months. This Mercury retrograde is activating connections from years past. But here's the fascinating part. This isn't punishment. It's acceleration. If something positive has suddenly appeared, you earned it long ago. If something challenging is present, this is your opportunity for resolution. Karma isn't opposing you. It's offering liberation. The sooner you accept current circumstances, the quicker you can achieve resolution. But that's not all that's been revealed under this energy. Facades have crumbled, exposing truth. During Mercury retrograde, behavioral changes are common. Tempers flare easily. Hidden conflicts surface. Betrayals emerge through previously invisible cracks. But this time, it's purposeful. Mercury, influenced by the blood moon, executed an unexpected strategy. It exposed your hidden adversaries, the suddenly distant friend, the superior's covert actions, the subtle manipulation that's finally become apparent. That's Mercury dissolving illusions. This retrograde didn't generate problems. It unveiled existing ones. And it's more comprehensive. It's not limited to individuals. Entire systems and structures are being exposed. That unsettling feeling about your career, the shift in your worldview, the quiet realization that something trusted now feels suspicious, these aren't imaginary. Mercury retrograde during an eclipse acts as a truth catalyst. It forces hidden elements into visibility. It reveals exactly what or who has been depleting your energy, hindering your progress, or limiting your potential. Perhaps unknowingly, you've maintained loyalty to the wrong elements for too long. But with newfound clarity comes choice. You can finally break free. This isn't merely exposure, it's emancipation. Once truth emerges, reversal becomes impossible. And within that clarity lies freedom. The only remaining question is how you'll utilize it. The lunar eclipse wasn't simply an event. It was a cosmic contract, and everyone participated unknowingly. March 14th wasn't just another Mercury retrograde. The eclipse made it permanent. Ancient cultures feared lunar eclipses. They believed the red moon signified more than spectacle. It represented a shift in cosmic power, a celestial agreement being formed, regardless of human awareness. This time, that agreement wasn't mythological. It was authentic. Mercury's simultaneous retrograde wasn't coincidental. That's the aspect few are discussing. The eclipse created a global moment, visible to all, magnetically drawing attention. And while we were entranced by the celestial display, something else was occurring. An invisible contract was being sealed. Eclipses are known for determining fates, but Mercury retrograde ensured this one contained hidden clauses. This wasn't merely a shift. It was an agreement to reconstruct destinies, and people are experiencing it now, even without understanding why. That persistent sensation of everything feeling different, that sudden awareness that certainties aren't guaranteed anymore. It's subtle yet unmistakable. A conversation that unexpectedly altered a relationship's course, an impulsive decision that now seems permanent, an opportunity that can't be retracted. Some report feeling like they've awakened in an alternate version of their life, as if reality rearranged overnight. This isn't accidental, it's contractual. But here's the twist. This isn't punishment. If properly understood, it's an extraordinary opportunity. The contract wasn't designed to restrict. It was created to transform. The key lies in understanding the rules. And the primary rule is, nothing is currently random. That unexpected situation drawing you in a new direction, not coincidence. That person who suddenly reappeared, or that opportunity that unexpectedly vanished. These aren't accidents. They're part of the transformation. The question becomes, are you resisting or embracing it? Because whether you recognize it or not, this agreement is active. You manifested, but Mercury reversed the sequence. You requested, focused, invested energy in something significant, and just when results seemed imminent, the opposite manifested. This wasn't error. This wasn't universal rejection. It was Mercury's hidden strategy. When Mercury entered retrograde, it didn't halt manifestations. It inverted their order. Instead of delivering desires, it presented obstacles. For many, this meant confronting their deepest fears. This is where most abandoned hope. They interpreted challenges as failure. They saw obstacles and assumed their manifestations had failed. But they were mistaken. The universe wasn't rejecting desires. It was eliminating potential blockages. Mercury, the cosmic trickster, doesn't simply deliver. It tests. It creates chaos. It requires proof of dedication before fulfillment. Merely declaring desire for abundance isn't sufficient if scarcity fear persists. Calling for love isn't enough if past wounds still whisper unworthiness. Mercury didn't delay blessings. It presented final doubts for resolution. The greatest challenge was perception, believing everything was disintegrating when actually everything was aligning. Those who recognized the challenge and persisted will soon understand Mercury's purpose, because beyond the chaos, something greater awaits. This wasn't punishment. This was preparation. And for those who saw through the illusion, true manifestation approaches. Mercury didn't simply retrograde. It created a portal, not an ordinary one, but a spiritual gateway. Mercury, traditionally the divine messenger, traverses realms. During retrograde, its messages become distorted or intercepted. This time, it occurred under a blood moon. Something penetrated our reality. Some already sense it. Unusual energy waves, strange synchronicities, an unfamiliar presence. Perhaps you've experienced unusual dreams, memory flashbacks, or intuitive feelings of being observed. That's because Mercury reversed protective filters, those normally maintaining spiritual boundaries. They're compromised, allowing unseen influences into our reality. If you're noticing unusual number patterns, symbols, or hearing inexplicable whispers, pay attention. These might be messages, but from where? Some entities offer guidance, others have different intentions. Most concerning, you might have already responded unknowingly. The established system is failing, and your soul recognizes it. Something fundamental has shifted. You feel it, don't you? How previously normal situations now feel intolerable. How you're suddenly aware of what you previously ignored. How your tolerance for conventional rules, expectations, and established patterns is diminishing. This isn't mere frustration. It's profound transformation. Mercury, the trickster, didn't arrive to create chaos. It came to awaken consciousness. But not through gentle realizations or subtle hints. It utilized pressure. It created contradictions. It made reality feel so distorted that internal awakening became inevitable. Some resist this transformation. They cling to old beliefs, ignoring reality's visible fractures. But others sense something deeper, a rebellion born not from anger but truth. An emerging force declaring, this reality no longer aligns with truth. This isn't destructive rebellion. It's clarity's rebellion, born from deep knowing that transformation is inevitable and stagnation impossible. Mercury didn't create confusion, it exposed illusion. And now those who recognize truth, who feel that magnetic pull toward freedom, toward expansion, toward something greater, they're being called forward. If you felt restless, if something within screams for change, if you can't shake the feeling that this isn't ordinary retrograde, you're correct. Because this wasn't merely astrology. This was initiation. The silent ones are awakening, preparing to emerge. This retrograde wasn't simply energetic shift. It was summoning, a call transmitted not through words but through deeper channels, an attraction, a pressure, a knowing. Long have certain individuals sensed impending change, preparing for unnamed purpose, observing, waiting, holding knowledge that seemed purposeless until now. Then Mercury retrograded, the blood moon passed, and everything changed. If you've experienced strange restlessness recently, feeling internal activation, it's real. Something has shifted, not just externally. This isn't transient energy, it's transformative energy. It plants persistent thoughts. And when stability crumbles, when sleep-inducing structures fail, the awakened will already be moving. They won't seek permission. They won't hesitate because they'll recognize lifelong preparation for this moment. If you're still watching, thank you for your attention. If you found value in this content and desire more, please consider subscribing. Your support is deeply appreciated. Share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.